Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not. And either this bloke, this is Psi91 from Calm Clan in the E75. This is going to be a Tier 9 Extravaganza. Now their replay for Psi91's started right as the game loaded. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe he had a little bit of a loading, bit of lag or something like that. But anyway, is in a Tier 9 battle. We're on Windstorm. 3 Tier 9s on each team, and Psi91 from Calm Clan is one of them. There's going to be 4 Tier 9 replays in this Extravaganza. 3 heavy tank replays featuring the E75 and the T-10. The T-10 Russian heavy tank. Before maybe it gets changed. They're talking about changing the T-10 at some stage. Probably next year, I would imagine. Psi91 from Calm in the E75. He's got a 128mm gun, 490 damage, 246 penetration, 311 penetration with APCR rounds, which is premium ammunition for this tank. Now he's going into the city. He's not stuffing around at all. He reckons he can cross this bridge before the Jag Tiger gets out around that building. There's a T-10 there as well. That's 2 of the enemy Tier 9 tanks. Shows his side to the IS. The IS firing high explosive ammunition towards Psi91. Gets in for 146 hit points. Who cares at 146? And of course the T-29 really going to struggle against the E75 there. Psi91 shoots and sets on fire. The IS-6 gets him for nearly 750 hit points of damage with the shell as well as the fire. 0 all the score on Windstorm. He looking around towards this Jag Tiger. The Jag Tiger tracks it, fixes his tracks, moves forward to get the second shot into the Tier 9 German tank destroyer. They're down by a tank. They've lost their T-43 as well. Again the tracks eat the shot, but he's still in a good position to be side scraping. Doesn't fix him. Of course, he can't fix him because it's still in the cooldown. But he does get another shot into the Jag Tiger. Now that Jag Tiger should be loaded as well, but it's okay because even though the Jag Tiger shoots Psi91 again in the E75, his tracks eat the shot again, and he takes the tank destroyer down to 211 hit points. Shoots him again for the kill, but unfortunately the friendly tanks are dying left, right and centre. Psi91 on 2,409 hit points. He's blocked 1,300, which will be probably 4 shells or 3 shells from the Jag Tiger. He's already gotten rid of one of the Tier 9 enemy tanks, and now looks like he's going around to side scrape again, and this is the kind of thing that this tank does really, really well. Artillery does stun him a little bit. He bounces a shot from the IS-6. That was AP. And of course, the AP rounds in the IS-6 don't have the best penetration. Finds that looks like the T-10. Gets him for 418 hit points. And he's just going to keep chipping away at these tanks. The VK100 A1P goes out, puts a shot into the Tiger 1. Artillery gets him again. The T-29 shoots him but doesn't manage to damage the E75. Doesn't worry about fixing his crew. Puts another shot into the Tiger 2. Takes him down to 718 hit points. Psi91 from Calm certainly doing his job in Windstorm. Lots of tanks on the minimap shooting at him. He's comfortably bouncing all of these tanks, but he's putting damage in as well. Shoots the Tiger 2 again for another 428 hit points. Brings his damage up to 3,738. The VK chips in again. The artillery again shooting towards Psi91. Clearly you can tell that is the danger man as he puts a shell into the back of the T-10. Takes him down to 158 hit points. Cops a shot from the T-29. 2 T-29s there. They're both looking Psi91's way. I'm not sure. 6-5 the score now. His team finally get a few kills back, and Psi91 in a really good position to surround these enemy tanks. Look like the VK not lasting too much longer there. 2 T-29s left in the city on the enemy team. There were 3. There were a T-29 and a T-10. Both left here. There's the T-10. Hold my beer, I've got this. 2 kills to Psi91 from Calm Clan. He is down to 577 hit points. He's blocked over 3,000 damage. He's done nearly 5,000 damage. And with the score on 8-6, you'd hope that he's pretty confident of the win. Artillery just had a shot not too far from where Side 91 was. He gets a shell into the T29, bounces the return shot, still on 577 hit points. Friendly T29 goes down, and Side 91 waiting for the reload, hoping to get his second kill and put his team firmly in the lead at 9-7. 3 kills to Side 91 from Calm, 5,400 damage, nearly 4,000 damage blocked. Going this way because he wants to avoid artillery. The artillery have firmly been looking his way. You can see the M53, M55 has copped a little bit of damage on the enemy team. He's down to 67 hit points. Side 91, is he going to go for the kill? Why wouldn't he? Don't even worry about aiming. Just fire clutch and get his 4th kill. Brings his damage up to nearly 5,500. Only one enemy tank, no, one enemy artillery left, and it's the artillery that's been looking towards Side 91 all day long. The T20 on the enemy team clearly going for a bit of an arty run. He's killed the GW Panther, and of course looking towards the M53, M55 now. There's the GW Panther that's been shooting at Side 91 all day. He does get spotted. The Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger last seen up at A8. 13-8's the score. There's the Borsig. Of course, he couldn't help himself. He had to give his position away by shooting towards Side 91. 14-8's the score. Nearly 6,000 damage done. Will he get another shot into that Rheinmetall? He bounces the German tank destroyer's shot, but of course that Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger pulling back behind the hill is scared shitless. He'd love to kill Sai though. Sai on 4 kills, only on 138 hit points. That shot goes a little bit high, and the Borsig gets him, and all the rest of tank destroyers, apart from that T-34, who looks like he's still rolling forward slowly. Of course, the T-34, not known for its skill, rolling through the town. Rheinmetall Borsig gets another kill, kills the Tier 7 American tank destroyer, the T-25-2. Conway puts in ... in the chat. Not really sure what that's supposed to mean. With the score on 4-10, you'd think artillery, you think that, why don't they just let artillery kill this Borsig? I mean, the Conway can afford to take probably 2 shots from the Borsig. He's on 1,300 hit points. He's on a kill, and it looks like he's going to find him. And the friendly Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger gets the last kill of the game, and in the end a reasonably comfortable win, 15-10, even though they were down by a little bit not so long ago. They were down by 3 or 4 tanks as Side 91 from Calm Clan was carrying the shit out of the city. Tanks were dropping left, right and centre. But anyway, for Side 91 it was an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, the Bruiser Medal, Duelist, Fired Up, 5 for effects, High Caliber for doing more damage than anybody else. Nearly 6,000 damage, 5,953 hit points, 4 kills, 1,322 base experience. He fired 18 shots, 17 shots hit, 15 shots did damage, or penetrated. 4,460 damage blocked, 5,953 damage done. No assisted damage, so nobody was really shooting the tanks that he was lighting up. He still made over 112,000, nearly 113,000 credits after tax. That's with a premium, with a standard account, but he did get 100,000 in personal missions payout for that little one, that little 7-minute game. As we move on to the second game in this Tier 9 Extravaganza, it's Side 91 again and again in the E75. And the E75 is not stuffing around. He's going straight to where the heavy tanks do their business in this Tier 10 battle on airfield. He's going straight into the middle of the map. Lots of heavy tanks in this one. About half of the tanks are heavy tanks. There's an IS-4 on the enemy team. E50M at Tier 10 on the enemy C. Jagdpanzer E100. That would be a hard one to. Hard one to bounce, that's for sure, at Tier 9, the E75. There are years, there's some Tier 8 heavies, Nameless, and a couple of T-34s. They should prove to be nice ones to get through. And of course, he hits the cupola of the IS-4 with a standard round for 484 hit points. Just doing what heavy tanks do. Now, of course, if there was artillery in this game, I'd be tempted to criticise him for what he's doing, but there's no artillery, so he can sort of afford to kick back a little bit in this position where he is now with the T-34 and the Carnarvon, just to stay reasonably hull down and give the enemy tanks as small a target as possible to try and hit. whilst those tanks push forward. Like the Nameless. That Nameless just got taken out by the Lorraine 40 ton. Lorraine 40 ton, probably my favourite premium tank at tier 8 at the moment. The old TTB goes down to the Batchat 12T, and there's Psi91 from Calm. Looking at the Object 416, playing like a TD up there on that hill. It looks like he's just done a run up. 2 alls the score. He's done 484 damage, a little bit blocked, a little bit of assisted damage. He's playing around this central part of airfield. Gets a shot for 558. Not a bad roll at all. Into the Object 416. That's the Panhandle tank. The tier 8 Russian medium tank. 4-2's the score now as the FE4202 and the E50M at tier 10 gets taken out. He forgets about the middle. Chooses not to shoot at the Type 4 Heavy. Probably not a bad decision that. The Type 4 Heavy challenging to penetrate at the best of times. They're winning by 2 tanks, 4-2. 1 tier 10's been killed on the enemy team. The rest of tier 8's, 2 tier 8's on Psi91's team have been killed as well. Let's see what he does now in the middle of airfield where the heavy tanks do their business. Oh yeah, the 416 certainly felt that shell. Takes him down to 94 hit points, and it doesn't look like he's going to get out of there. So he waits for the reload. No, he does get out of there, that 416. The Presence, not a bad in-game name. Anyway, 4-2 the score. Still lots of heavy action happening in the middle of airfield. Tanks getting damaged left, right and centre. Psi91 misses a shot towards a Type 4 Heavy. That Type 4 Heavy, he'll be feeling quite confident there. He's still on full health, 2,050 hit points. There's the 416, playing like a tank destroyer again. He's got to land that one. He doesn't. 4 alls the score. He does bounce the return shot from the Object 416 though. Brings his block damage up to 1,140. 1,590 damage done. Spots the T49 with the derp, who just misses. This shot should go through. He damages a Type 4 Heavy for 450 hit points. Brings his count up to 2,000. They are down by a tank now, 4-5. Some tanks in the south, I believe, got blown away by the enemy team. Loses 400 hit points to the Object 416. Takes him down to just over half health. And of course that 416 got a little bit too overconfident there, if you ask me. Maybe relying on his camouflage rating maybe a little bit too much. He was never going to not be spotted there by Psi91. Not sure what he was thinking on 94 hit points. Psi91 looking for the kill shot on the IS4 by the looks of it. 6-5's the score as a baby Batchat goes down elsewhere. Shoots and penetrates the turret of the Lorraine 40T. Not known for its armour, the auto-loading premium tier 8 French medium tank. 6-5's the score. SOS types the Batchat 12T into the in-game chat. I mean, Psi91 clearly got his hands full with the plenty of enemy tanks here. The T34 premium American tier 8 heavy tank. The Lorraine 40T still up there. The Type 4 heavy. The IS4 I'm sure is still around here somewhere on reasonably low health. There's the IS4 and 104 hit points. Psi91, 2,634 damage done, 1,890 damage blocked. A little bit of assisted. Pretty confident that there's nothing camping back here. So he pulls around and decides, got to put a bit of damage into this Type 4 heavy. 7-6 is the score. Now, there's the Type 4. The Type 4 getting very, very brave on 104 hit points. Psi91 pulling back, shoots him in the top of the turret, picks up his second kill. That's the tier 10 kill of the big Russian heavily armoured heavy tank, the IS4. Only one tier 10 tank left on the enemy side, and of course that is the Jagdpanzer E100. Type 4 heavy firing high explosive only takes Psi91 for 230 hit points of damage. Of course that Type 4 does have a pretty big reload, and here comes the T49. Psi91 shoots and tracks the T49. Now I think tracking the T49 might have done him a little bit of a favour and given him a little bit more of an opportunity to just say that, to aim the T49. Anyway, the RU251 gets a little bit excited and ends up on his edge, but very good sportsmanship to Psi91 from Calm Clan. Pops him back on his tracks, tries to make the Lorraine 40T, tries to make him pay for that little poke and damage he's put into the RU. There's a T-49 still there on 488 hit points. Can he kill him with one shot? He can. Let's see if that T-49 pokes, and see if Psi 91 can pick up his third kill and really make that Tier 9 American light tank pay for poking over that ridgeline. 8-7 is the score. 3,817 hit points of damage for Psi 91. 1890 damage blocked. He's picking up there. Not sure what might be up there. Maybe the Lorraine. Tortoise has just been spotted camping back at base, only on 253 hit points. Just heard somebody shoot the Ru251, might have been the Lorraine again. The Conqueror goes down to the T-34. That must have happened over here in the little peninsula part. The Jagdpanzer E100 on the enemy team is over there in that central southern part of the map. The Tortoise goes down back at the enemy base. He was pretty low health, gets taken out by Psi 91's friendly Lorraine 40T, and he's still playing around in this middle, doing what heavy tanks do. Let the T-34 and the Carnarvon have a look over there. He's got a Type 4 heavy to take care of. Psi 91 is down to 608 hit points. They're winning 9-8, and look, I don't think there's much you can sort of do here. You can back up this Ru251 just in case that Ru251 does get taken out by the Lorraine. He really wants to make the Lorraine pay for it. Looks like the Lorraine is going on the push. So's the T-49. He'll be praying for this gun to reload. Will he be able to get it? He won't. They get around that corner just in time. That leaves a Type 4 heavy exposed. Let's see what he can do. Looks like those two light tanks will certainly push on that. They're going to push on the Ru251. They do. He shoots and bounces the Type 4 heavy. Type 4 heavy down to 420 hit points. He's picking those tank destroyers that have been camping that D2 line all day long. And while those two TDs are there, he cannot push forward. He basically just has to wait and see what happens with these enemy tanks, especially being on the front line on 420 hit points. Type 4 heavy really going through him with high explosive. 490 alpha on Psi 91's gun. Probably won't kill the Type 4 heavy with one shot, so he backs out. It's going to probably need two shots. So he's going to back up and hope that he draws the Type 4 heavy forward into the Jag Tiger's line of fire as well as his own, and hopefully he can carry this one by helping there. The T-34B and the Carnarvon in the middle. I mean, they're outgunned as well by the Jagdpanzer E100, the Emil 2 and the T-34. All pretty good guns there. Psi 91 clearly looking at the minimap, trying to work out what to do. The T-49 and the Lorraine, I think on the enemy team, I think they're both one-shots for Psi 91. Lorraine lets his teammates know that he's ready to fire. T-34B goes down to the T-49. There's the T-49 up there. He got nice and cheeky in there. The Type 4 heavy has not been seen for some time. The Jag Tiger AFK, let's see what happens. Lorraine 40T picks up the kill on the Jagdpanzer E100. That's a big scalp. Well done, Jimmy Sand in the Lorraine 40 ton. 10 all the score now. Psi 91 on 4,867. The Carnarvon goes down to the T-34. What's left? What are they going to do? 10, 11. 11 all now. The Object 263 gets the kill on the T-34, getting rid of another Tier 8 premium heavy tank. 11 all. Is clearly worried about this Type 4 heavy. The Type 4 heavy could one-shot him. There's that's certainly an option. I don't think Psi has the alpha to one-shot him. The alpha's 490. I think he's on about 520, so he'd want a high roll. Now, was that the Type 4 heavy that just fired? Jimmy Sound in the Lorraine 40T picks up the kill on the T-49. He's up to 4 kills. There's the Japanese heavy tank. Surely he's spotted now, keeping the Type 4 heavy distracted. The enemy Lorraine 40 ton and the Emil both on the other sides of the map. He fires and misses. Type 4 heavy still on 520 hit points. Looks like he zooms out just to see where the Type 4 heavy's aiming. Lorraine 40T is clearly a one-shot for anybody, and I think Psi 91's job might be to keep this Type 4 distracted and try and keep the pressure off the Lorraine 40T. Looks like he's moving around there, zooms right out for vision. The Emil gets the kill on the Lorraine. Sai picks up the kill on the Type 4 Heavy. That just leaves 3 versus 2, 13-12. He's done 5,387 damage. There's an Emil 2 and a Lorraine 40T left on the enemy team. The Emil was last spotted just where Psi 91 from Calm Clan is looking right now. There's a Lorraine back there on the water. Hopefully the Object 263 can get a shot into the premium auto-loading French medium tank. And just leave this Emil for Sai. There you go. Thank you very much. 12-14 now. Just the one enemy tank remaining. And it looks like that Jag Tiger is not AFK. Looks like he is slowly, very, very slowly, running towards that Lorraine 40T. And it looks Sai is probably just going to go directly straight down there and get a flanking shot. If he can, Lorraine 40T putting some damage into the Object 263. That Lorraine 40T on 304 hit points. The Leopard PTA lets the team know that he's reloading. That's just very good play there by the Leopard. He's going to continue towards the water and get around here. The Lorraine 40T does have a very long reload. It would take 2 shots anyway, I think, for the Lorraine to kill Psi 91, and pretty sure Psi 91 would only have to shoot the Lorraine once. Let's have a look as he pokes around the corner. This is a very likely place for him to reload. The Jag Tiger picks up the kill. Finally, he starts playing this game, and a good win in the end. 15-12. Let's have a look at the result before we have a look at the next game. Of course, that's not it. That's the result we're looking for. Psi 91 from Calm Clan on airfield in the E75. It is an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. It's also the Duelist Medal, Fighter and Fire for Effect, Steel Wall and High Caliber. He certainly did his job there. 5,547 hit points of damage, 4 kills, 1392 base experience. He fired 20 shots, 15 hit, 13 did damage. That was enough for an Ace Tanker. He'd blocked nearly 2,000. Again, no assisted damage, even though he was right at the front there. Those tank destroyers clearly not shooting what Psi 91 from Calm Clan was spotting. And that Jag, what did he do? 2 damaging shots. That's a little bit disappointing. The Object 263 not doing much better either. Cost him some coin. There were some APCR rounds fired towards that dirty, great big Japanese heavy tank. But all in all, a pretty good Ace Tanker. It went for over 13 minutes. It was dragged out a little bit. The next game won't be so quick. The next one will be Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan. Ace of Spades has been a contributor to this channel for some time, and I do appreciate that one greatly. Now, don't blink. Whatever you do, don't blink, because this is going to be a pretty quick game here. On Swamp, Ace of Spades in a Tier 10 game. 3 Tier 10 tanks on each team. The Panzer Kampfwagen, the E50M and the FE4 005 on Ace of Spades' team. The enemy team's got a T57 Heavy, TVP T5051, 2 autoloaders, and of course the FE215B 183. That's the one that's going to change probably about the time this video comes out. That FE215B 183 will probably turn into a special tank. I've already got one, so I'm pretty happy about that. Psi 91 not stuffing around. Gets spotted, bounces a shot from the AMX Cannon d'Assault 105. Does cop a damaging shot from the Stutzwagen 103. And he's not stuffing around. He's already got 1,000 hit points of assisted damage. Looks towards a T44, thinks this should be an easy shot. Really get it? It does for 501 hit points of damage. 1 zip as that AMX Cannon d'Assault 105 Tier 8 Premium French tank destroyer gets taken out of the game. Puts another shot into the T44. He's down to 413 hit points. Ace of Spades clearly looking towards a Tier 8 Russian medium tank. Gets killed by the AMX 30. Where's the AMX 30? He was back up here at B9. There's that Stutzwagen again. He turns. Psi 91 puts a shell into him, picks up 1,013 assisted damage into that Stutzwagen. That's one of the Tier 9s gone out of this game. 3-1's the score. The Stutzwagen and 2 Tier 8s both killed on the enemy team, and is looking towards the auto-loading French premium tank. I'm surprised that one landed with the Russian gun. Brings his damage count up to 1,789 hit points. He's doing his job here on Swamp. He's looking at those TDs though. That FE215B 183 could probably one-shot Ace of Spades in his T10 on only 1,091 hit points. He's done nearly 2,000, and this is this is a position I absolutely love, and especially when I was grinding through towards those Tier 10 light tanks. Puts a shot into the side of the T34, the Tier 8 Premium American heavy tank. playing around there. It looks like a nice side shot into the Type 4 Heavy. Brings his damage scan up to 2,656. 5-3's the score. Two tanks do go down there though. The Tiger 2 and the Scorpion G. Bounces the Pershing. Shoots a T-34. T-34 shoots and misses Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan. In the T-10, this is the Tier 9 Soviet heavy tank, 122mm gun, 440 alpha damage, 258 penetration with standard, 340 with heat rounds. Looks like he's thinking about switching to heat rounds here. He's already off to a good start. He's already on 3,096 damage. He wants to make sure he wins this. 6-3 as the Waffenträger Panzer IV goes down. The Tier 9 German tank destroyer, the one that leads to the grill, gets a damage gun, shoots and damages the Type 4 Heavy, fixes that damage gun. 3,500 damage done, 1,110 blocked, 2819 assisted damage, 8-3's the score. Some defender shoots him from miles away over there at E2. And maybe, I reckon he's probably going to have to roll over here, unless he's going to want to let that defender farm him, because these guys are certainly not doing a good job lighting up that Tier 8 premium Russian overpowered tank. 8-3 is the score. Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan on 3,500 damage is getting stuck right in here. Still got 676 hit points up his sleeve as he shoots the Pershing. Brings his damage count up to over 4,000 hit points. Pulls back, looks towards the TVP. T-5051 recognises that that's a tank they really want to get rid of, but he doesn't have a shot. So he shoots a T-57 Heavy instead. Does cop 366 damage for his trouble though. He's down to 310 hit points, which is a one shot for the T-57. Also a one shot for the T-34 and the Defender. And of course that Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. But he's over there on the 2 line. Shoots, damages and critically hits the T-57 heavy tank, brings his count up to nearly 5,000. T-34 is down to 235 hit points. That's what he wants to kill now, because that's the only tank left who can one-shot him. There's the Pershing on 1,000, 825 hit points now. Shoots him, tracks him, gets some more assisted damage up to 3,200, 5,362 damage done, 15-5. I told you not to blink, it was all over just like that. But I can tell you one thing for sure, it was a beautiful Ace Tanker Mastery Badge from the old mate Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan in the T-10. That's the Tier 9 Russian heavy tank, the one that leads to the IS-7. Of course, it's an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. It's also the Spotter Medal, the Bruiser Medal, 5 for effect, Confederate for shooting more enemy tanks than anybody else did, high caliber, and have a look at that. 5,362 hit points of damage. He didn't get any kills, but he still topped the score on 1,360 experience. 14 shots fired, 13 hit, 12 penetrated. Nothing wrong with that at all. 5,362 damage done, 1,110 damage blocked, 3,196 assisted damage. That would have certainly contributed to an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. 57,204 credits after tax in that 4.5 minute game with a premium account. That's Ace of Spades from Crazy Clan. In the T-10, the Tier 9 Russian heavy tank. And who's this bloke in the Ru251? You guessed it, folks. It's yours truly, stewiejp in the Ru251. I've recently unlocked the Tier 10 German light tank, and I'm looking forward to get it. You can see, I don't know how, but I picked up a mark of excellence at some stage on this tank. I think it might have been when it was a Tier 8 vehicle. 90mm gun, 240 damage, 215 penetration with standard, 250 with heat rounds. And I'm going to a position where I like to go on Al Haloof down here in the middle, trying to get some vision up on the enemy team. You can see this is my replay. This is one of the mods I use. It tells me what kind of crew skills I've got in that tank. You can see they've got Brothers in Arms, camouflage, and also some skills which might help with view range. Got a little bit of assisted damage there. I think I did spot that AMX 1390. Would love to get rid of him. A little bit nervous about poking over here. Shoot through the fence. That's not a hack, folks. That's a destructible fence. I get him for 239 hit points of damage. Pull him back around this mound in the middle. Looking at what might be coming around. Look at the mini-map. It is a Tier 9 game. Just 2 Tier 9s on each team, which is a little bit unusual. Myself in the Ru251, which probably doesn't make people too inspired. That's for sure. Looking for a shot on that Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. Don't quite get it with the gun elevation. The AMX 1390 clearly going for the M4190, and 2 autoloaders. He doesn't have a chance, but I'm hoping that the 1390 is on the reload, so I'll get rid of him first, get rid of a tier 9 tank. Batchat 12T, I know he's already shot towards that M4190, so I know that I might cop 1 damaging shot, but I can put 1 shot into the tier 8 French auto-loading light tank. I don't want the Ru251 Waffenträger to be shooting me though, so a little bit hesitant poking around that corner with the score on 1-all. 1139 damage done so far, 683 assisted damage. Moving over here, looking for damaging shot on that Batchat. I reckon that baby Batchat, or the baby Batchat, the tier 8 Batchat, might be on the reload. Hoping these guys can shoot him at least once or twice. He's on 441 hit points. Good to get rid of an autoloader. He's clearly aiming my way. Picking the help key, saying just shoot him guys, snipe him, he's looking at me. There you go, shoot him again, and now of course he's come around that corner, they can't snipe him. So go for a little bit of a love tap, auto aim, shoot to kill, 694 health left, 1580 damage done. The score's still 2-1 though, I'm the only one with a kill in this game, and it's quite clear that the heavy line is in a little bit of trouble. The enemy team does have a WZ111 1-4, an IS6 and a low, all pretty heavily armoured tanks. Our team, maybe not so heavy. The BK4502B, that's a rear-turreted German heavy tank. The IS3 and the OHO, I found the Ru251. Get rid of a tier 8 gun out of the game, and we are back in this. 4-1 to score, 3 kills to stewiejp. I can't believe it either, folks. 1,763 hit points of damage. This was, I think this is one of my last games before I unlocked the new tier 10. The new tier 10 what? German light tank. Got 1 shot into the GW Panther. Now at this stage I think I was doing some kind of mission where I had to shoot as many tanks as I can, so I thought I'll leave the guy on low health, shoot this guy. Now this guy clearly is aiming my way. The Extravaganza S1 gets spotted, the WZ111-4 gets taken out on the other side. Get myself a 4th kill, getting rid of the GW Panther, the poor bugger, at tier 7. There's the M12. Now those missions I was telling you about are those missions for Christmas or New Year. Oh, for the Alpine Tiger it might have been. There's another kill, get rid of the M12. That's 5 kills. Fancy myself for a top gun here. What's left? The Extravaganza S1 and the GW Tiger. Oscar the Cat in the Comet picks up the kill on the GW. There's the VK3102D. That'll do me from a top gun. I've got to go help Oscar here, who's copping a little bit of grief from the Extravaganza S1. Shouldn't have wiggled my mouse around there. Really should have auto-aimed and just put a shot into the back of the premium Swedish tank destroyer. Staying behind this tank now. I don't want him to shoot me. Unlock him, shoot him, pick up kill number 7. Only 3 enemy tanks left. Fancy myself for a Radley Walters here. Getting a little bit excited. Start moving there. What's left? Oni and a Comet. Only 2 tanks remaining. I'd love to get 1 more kill. Where's the Comet? I can see the Oni getting surrounded on the minimap and obviously killed, but the Comet's left on 700 hit points, so I'm going to need to put in 2 or 3 shots to kill him. The A44 picks up the ram kill in the end, and in the end, not a bad game at all. I'm pretty happy with it anyway, and surprise, surprise, on my way to the tier 10 German light tank. It's an ace tank at mastery badge in the Ru251, a tank that I absolutely loved playing. That tank, I thought it was fantastic. Bruiser medal, duelist, 5 for effects, Pascucci's in the top gun. Look at that, did I'm happy with my performance. 3,120 damage, 7 kills. A little bit shitty that I didn't get a Radley Walters, because I recently looked back into my service record and I didn't. I've never had one. Somebody messaged me afterwards saying, "Well played, that was really good." I think it was a Comet player who was helping me in that push. I'm pretty happy with that performance. Fired 19 shots, 17 hit, 16 did damage, 756 assisted damage. Made a little bit of coin there, just under 31,000 credits. And there we have it, folks. It's a tier 9 extravaganza. 2 battles featuring Psi 91 in the E75, Ace of Spades in the T10, and yours truly in the Ru251, a tank that I've been loving for some time now. As usual, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care and see you all next time.